Hey Carden, Howie, good morning. Okay, 3, 2, 1. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode here on Above Average. If you're new to the channel, my name is Trevor, and thank you for clicking on the video. We got a good one for you today. We're talking about 4 Oilers who have just impressed me through the roof, just blown me out of the water. I'm just so happy to see these players just absolutely crushing it this year. And yeah, let's just get right into this. If you're new to the channel, always feel free to leave a like and subscribe. But with that being said, yeah, we're talking about 4 players for the Oilers. Regardless, let's get this thing started. And the first player I'm talking about, it has to be Ryan McLeod with 3 goals in 9 games played, 3 goals, 3 points. So I know those numbers don't jump at you really. And a lot of you are like, really? I don't know. But like, honestly, he's a standout player, and he is really just like winning the eye test for me. Every time he's on the ice, he's noticeable, whether it's back check, forecheck, something like that. You know, he's just doing it all right, and he's just such a slick skater, man. I still think the ceiling is like just quite like we have not seen even close to what Ryan McLeod is going to be as a player. He's just scratching the surface right now, and he's looking good. The chances haven't necessarily been going in for him, but he's still capitalizing on the majority of grade A's that he's got. Well, he's just looking so good. And Ryan McLeod, Jay Woodcroft is just talking and just preaching about Ryan McLeod's game and how far he's actually come. And I really do love what I'm seeing out of Ryan McLeod. Just so much hustle, and he's just doing everything right, and he looks good doing it. It's so sick to see. So Ryan McLeod, drafted right out of I think it was like 41st or 39th, right in between there overall. And yeah, man, it's so cool to see a player that we actually drafted out of the first round. And he's actually, making, progress and doing like really good, like a really good job. So Ryan McLeod is the first player I'm talking about. And yeah, that's Ryan McLeod. The second player I'm going to be talking about today is Zachary Hyman. Okay, talking about workhorses, this guy is the epitome of a workhorse. Zach Hyman has looked sick. And if you're an Oilers fan, you just got to be jumping for joy. He does like everything right, man. He just hustle. There's always that one kid you play hockey with growing up. Maybe it was an Adam B. I don't know. I was never that good. I was, C, but there's just always the guys that just give so much hustle. And he is that guy, but he's also got a lot of skill. If there's a loose puck, he's giving it his all to get to that puck first. And, he usually ends up coming up with it. And his board battles is just superior. Like he's one of the best. There's one Oiler I remember who's just super good. I don't know why I remember this, but I was like really young, and I just remember Linus Ullmark just being like super good on the boards. And I don't know why, but I think Zach Hyman is doing a way better job than Linus Ullmark, and it's just crazy. It reminds me of the one shift Sidney Crosby just scored. He was behind the net, and he was just doing a circle, and then he went the other way, and then he went the other way, and then he went the other way, and then the other way, and then I think he passed it to Crystal Tang, shoots, scores, goal. It's just every time I see Zach Hyman down low, that's what he's doing. He can just turn on a dime, and it just looks so good. He's being rewarded for it too. He currently sits at 11 points in 9 games played, so on pace for over 80 points in the season, which is crazy. Do I think that's sustainable? Maybe not, but it's still super good. 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points for Zachary Hyman, man. And just so good to see. It honestly is amazing to see. He deserves it. He's just such a good, nice guy, and it's always nice to see those guys get rewarded for their hard efforts. So Zachary Hyman, you're second, and next up on the list, oh, this is a good one. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, the absolute beauty that he is just popping off this year. I'm actually going to show a clip. This was literally yesterday. I scored my first lacrosse goal. I had to plug this in, but who was it? It was Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. So as you can see here, yeah, nice little freaking Michigan-style goal, beauty. But enough with the video game. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins has looked like gung show, or like he's just like popping off right now. 5 goals, 6 assists, also 11 points in 9 games played. He's on pace for a career year. He's looking super good. I'm loving that line, Hyman, McDavid, and Nugent-Hopkins. they're contributing almost every single night that they've been on a line together, and it's sweet because Draisaitl, Yamamoto, and Kane have also been able to do their own thing. So that is so cool to see. He should have had like 3 goals against the Flames. He was like in the slot, you know, he lifts his right leg up. I don't know if you ever show, and he kind of like, I don't know. He's got a sick shot, and it's underrated. And man, it would have been nice to see him get rewarded with a goal again in the Battle of Alberta, but he didn't, and that's okay because he's still just generating chances at least, and way more than last year. Like he's already got 5 goals this time. It wasn't until like December of last year where he reached 5-goal mark, which is crazy. But all things considered, man, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins I think this might be a career year for him. And will he get 70 points? Maybe. Time will tell. I think so. And if he does, like that, how cool would that be? Like he's really stepped up his game, and he's looked like a man. He's looked like a man amongst boys. Like he's just, I don't know. I've never seen this Nugent-Hopkins before, and it's sick to see. And he's just a beauty as well. So that makes me so happy. And if there's any Nuge fans, feel free to leave a like, drop a comment as well while you're at it. But he's just been unreal, right? He just looked so good, and it's so awesome to see that because it was kind of a little bit of a down year last year, but people forget he can contribute offensively, and when he does, like it's sneaky good. Like no one really, he's under the radar good. Like I remember when the Yamamoto, Draisaitl, Nugent-Hopkins line was popping off like 2 years ago. There was a stretch for like 2 months where he was like 3rd or 2nd in league scoring, and it was him, Panarin, and Draisaitl were leading the league that year in scoring in like the last 2 months. So he's pretty good, and he's a first overall pick. A lot of people forget about that. So Nugent-Hopkins, he's always had the skill. It's just been a matter of I don't know what the why but there's just sometimes he's just like, okay, I'm going beast mode, and we're in beast mode right now, and it looks sick. So Nuge, keep it up. And the last player, that's Nugent-Hopkins, the last player that I'm talking about, and I am so humbled to be talking about this player because he deserves all the credit in the world for what he's been able to do this year. And some people may disagree with me. I don't really care what you think, and if you don't care what I think, that's okay. Darnell Nurse is the last player I'm talking about today. 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points in 9 games played for Doc, Darnell Nurse, if you will. He's looked so good. Like he really has. You could clearly tell that he was going through an injury last year in the playoffs, man. Like there is not once I can remember where he joined the rush and he used his, explosiveness and his speed and his weight and his size. Like you didn't see none of it. And that's kind of why people were mad. But you got to remember, he was freaking injured, and it is so evident now that yes, he was clearly injured. Darnell Nurse is just playing like close to, I'm not even joking, he is playing close to a $9 million defenseman right now. He's jumping up on the rush. Like I swear, he's almost always on the 2-on-1. Like Leon Draisaitl like has the puck, and who's he passing to? It's Darnell Nurse every freaking time. I swear. Like he's so fast, man, and he can get there. He's got smarts, and he's playing okay defensively. Like not the best, but not the worst. Better than previous years for sure. But man, it's just his decision making, and it's his offensive awareness and jumping on the rush has really stood out for me. And if you're saying no, he's like, you're not watching the same game, because I'm sorry, I'm not saying I'm right, but fortunately I am. He's looked like a boss. So there's one guy at the bar that I work with, every time that Nurse touches the puck, he's like, oh, you're a waste. I'm like, you know what, you calm your taint. No, he's not a waste. He's a beauty. And it's just like, why is everybody shitting on our own players? It just blows my mind. Like, ugh. Anyway, that's a video for another time. But anyway, Darnell Nurse, he is playing lights out, and he is on pace to having a career year as well. So here's hoping that continues. It would be so nice to see, and he deserves it, just as all 4 of these players do. And there's a few stragglers that I could have mentioned, but I'll do that in another video. But I just wanted to talk about Darnell Nurse and all these guys, but especially Darnell, because he's finally like looking legit out there, and I still see some people that are just on him. So what are we doing? Let's cheer him on. Let's cheer all these boys on. They're all looking super good. So that pretty well wraps up this video, guys. My camera is about to shut off here any second. So if you're new to the channel, as always, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Let's see if we can hit 3,000 by the end of November. I don't know. Let's see. Time will tell. But I'll see you in the next one. Take her easy, and peace.